Hello, learners, welcome to Econ with me. Today, we are starting a new chapter which is Consumers Equilibrium Utility Analysis. Let's see which points we will cover in this video. Number 1, concept of utility. Number 2, total utility and marginal utility. The third one is relationship between total utility and marginal utility. Let's begin with understanding the concept of utility. So, in the simplest form, utility is the want satisfying power of the commodity. In other words, it is the quality of a commodity by the help of which it satisfies our wants. So, learners, you might have heard this word utility in daily life, like what is the utility of bicycle, what is the utility of yoga. Well, let's understand it better with the help of relevant example, that is mobile phones. So learners, mobile phones help you to connect with others through WhatsApp, Instagram, play games, and to study like you are doing right now. So it is the quality of phone with which it helps to satisfy our wants. So utility is what? It is the want satisfying power of a good. The another important point in this chapter is that it is based on the assumption that utility can be measured. Just like we can measure the length in terms of centimeter, meters, in the same way, utility can be measured in terms of utils, like in terms of cardinal numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are cardinal numbers. So utility can be measured according to this chapter in terms of utils. So the unit of utility is utils. The utility is further divided into two types, total utility and marginal utility. So what is total utility? Focus on the term total and utility. What do you understand by total? Total means sum total, addition, right? So total utility is the sum total of utility derived from the consumption of all the units of a commodity. For example, if 2 chapatis are consumed and first chapati yields satisfaction of 20 utils, while the second chapati yields satisfaction of 10 utils, then total utility is equals to 20 utils plus 10 utils, which is equals to 30 utils. So total utility equals to sum, that is 20 utils plus 10 utils, 30 utils. Let's see what is marginal utility. So marginal utility is the additional utility on the account of consumption of an additional unit of a commodity. In other words, it is the additional utility when a unit of more of a commodity is consumed. Like it tells us what is the additional utility when a unit more of a commodity is consumed. So, in the most simplest form, it refers to the difference in total utility. Its formula is MUNth equals to TUN minus TUN minus 1. For example, if 10th chapati, 10 chapatis yield satisfaction of 200 utils and 11th chapati yield satisfaction of 100 utils, then the marginal utility on the account of consumption of 11th chapati is 200 utils minus 100 utils, which equals to 100 utils. So this is called marginal utility. Now let's understand the relationship between total utility and marginal utility. So learners, while explaining this, the number one thing that we will do is to give the formula of Tu and Mu. So Tu equals to summation Mu, which is it is the sum total of marginal utility derived from the consumption of all the units of a commodity. Now Mu equals to TUN minus 1. It is the additional utility derived from the consumption of a additional unit of a commodity. The next thing that we will do is make a table. So it will have 3 columns, units, TU and MU. Units will be from 0 to 6. TU will be 0, 8, 14, 18, 20, 20 and 18. So you have to learn this schedule. It's better to learn this schedule or you can make your own. So MU is, what is MU? So we will apply the formula. The number one is TU equals to 0, so MU will be nil. Then TU is 8, then MU will be 8 minus 0, 8. And likewise, the table will be formed. So after making the table, we will explain it. So number one point is, you can see, as more and more units of the commodity are consumed, Mu derived from each successive units tends to diminish. It may even become 0 or negative. As you can see, the Mu for the first unit is 8. Then for the second unit, it decreases to 6. Then for the third unit, it decreases to 4. And on the fifth unit, it becomes 0. And on the sixth unit, it even becomes negative. So as more and more units of our commodity are consumed, Mu derived from each successive units tend to diminish. Second point is, when Mu is positive, Tu increases. You can see when Mu is positive, like 8, 6, 4, 2, the Tu is increasing from 0, 8, 14, 18, 20. You can see from unit 0 to 4. Let's look the third point, that is when Mu is 0, Tu is maximum. Yes, you can see when on the fifth unit, Mu is 0 and Tu is 20. It is the maximum. And when Mu become negative, Tu starts diminishing. Yes, when Mu become minus 2, look at the table. When the Mu become minus 2 on the sixth unit, the Tu diminishes. It decreases from 20 to 18. After making table, what is needed? It is economics. So you will make diagram based on the table. So we will make a rough diagram. Just ensure that you will make the diagram as it is drawn on the screen. Yes, in the column form. They will come one after another. So on the first diagram, you will take Tu on y-axis and units on x-axis. And on the second diagram, you will take Mu on y-axis and units on the x-axis. Okay, so after forming the diagram and naming it, you will explain it again. So when Mu is positive, you can also see it. When Mu is positive, Tu increases. When Mu is 0, Tu is the maximum. And when Mu becomes negative, Tu diminishes. See, it is diminishing downwards. You can see the Tu curve, which is diminishing downward when Mu is negative. So at last, I just hope that you have understood all the concepts that has been discussed in this video very well. So thank you so much for watching the video. Keep learning and keep growing.